Welcome to the FCA Polk Podcast. Our vision is to see Polk County transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes by creating disciples that make disciples. Let's go.
Hey guys, thank y'all for tuning in to the FCA Podcast. This week I have Grant. He is one of our FCA leaders at Cedartown High School. Hey Grant, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Mr. Scott. It's nice to be on here. I'm glad for this opportunity.
Yep. Well, first question for you. I got a little funny question for you. Would you rather every time you open your car door have to fight a chicken, or once a year, a random day, you have to fight a orangutan, but you don't know when it's coming?
I have no idea. I mean, at least with a chicken, it's promised every day. Like I can be ready to fight the chicken. I don't know if I could win in a fight against an orangutan. Like, how big are we? Depends on how big we're talking.
It's a random orangutan, a random day of the year, but every time you get inside your car, you have to fight a chicken.
I'm gonna have to say the chicken, just because it's promised for sure. I would not want to have a random orangutan pop up on me when I'm doing something important. That'd be pretty terrifying.
I think that was the same answer that I had for my son. I said, well, I think I'll get some kind of routine with the chicken and I'll know how to defeat it pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right. So, Grant,
Sir.
share with us a little bit about your story and how you come to know Jesus.
So, I mean, I don't want to say like my story's not as good or as bad as anybody else's, but like, I was born in like a Christian household. You know what I mean? My mother and father have been bringing me to church probably the week after I was born, and it's Welcome Hill in Alabama that I was first going to. But anyways, I've been in church since the day since the first week I was born, and when I came to the age of accountability and I started to understand, like, if I was to die, I'm going to go to hell. And I mean, I was 7 years old as the Wednesday night my father was preaching, and I just fell under conviction, and I knew I did not want to die and go to hell. And so I knew I needed to go and speak to him and figure out what I needed to do to get saved. To get saved. What does that really mean? So I got saved that Wednesday night and been saved since. I hate to say it, but I've definitely got into more trouble after I've gotten saved, but that's just because I got saved when I was too young to really get in any trouble. But
Yeah, well, that's the beautiful thing with Jesus now that you're saved and you gave your life to him, now you're in a relationship with him. So it's more about just salvation now. And it's cool that as you're getting older, you're starting to realize, it's not all about being saved, but it's about being in that relationship with Jesus.
Yes, sir.
So you've been with FCA as a leader for a little while now. How long have you been on the FCA leadership team at Cedartown?
So I joined FCA, I want to say it was my 7th or 8th grade year. Coach Collier down at Cedartown Middle School spoke to me about it, and I joined, and I want to say I was the leader there my 8th grade year. And then my 7th grade year, for whatever reason, I don't think I was in FCA. I just think I missed the first meeting. I don't think I was a leader that year, but I still was going to the meetings. But I was back on the leadership my sophomore year, and ever since then.
Okay, so what made you want to get involved with FCA to begin with, and what's kept you in it all these years?
It's just a great opportunity. I mean, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. The entire premises of FCA, I believe, is just like it's just a way, a door to get the gospel into the school system, which is a really big deal. Especially like when I started it, I was playing football back in 8th grade, and I was like, I wanted all my buddies to, come get a piece of what I got. Come check this out. We come talk about the Lord before school, and I just felt like it's a great thing. I needed to be a part of that. It's something I wanted to be a part of. It's something I want everybody else to be a part of.
I love that. So this year, as your senior year on the leadership team, what is something that you want to see accomplished this year at your multi-sport huddle?
Well, for one thing, I want to I want to be more of a leader. I feel like I've definitely slacked off myself. I want to be a bigger part of what happens. I don't want to sit back and wait for somebody else to try and make a move and to spread the gospel. This year I want to do what I can for the Lord, and I want to help spread his word. Um I want to, any opportunity I get this year, I want to go and give a devotional, or I want to pray for everybody every chance I can. I want to get better about serving the Lord this year, and this is a perfect opportunity for me to do that. But I'm really looking
I
forward to
love
Fields of
that.
Faith. I wanna see everybody I know go to the Fields of Faith this year. I want to see all my friends show up at that meeting before school. I just want to see everybody get on fire for the Lord this year.
Good, good. Yeah, I love that. So with that being said, getting people to the huddles is real important. Fields of Faith is a big event, getting people involved. We was talking a little bit before we hit record, and you was talking about how you're part of a pretty good size student ministry, and you're really enjoying being around the peers, and the things that you're learning there. So with that being said, being on the leadership team, part of your job is to help disciple peers and other classmates. Do you and your leadership team have like a certain way you guys are thinking about doing that, or how are you guys going to impact and disciple your classmates this year?
So typically the way we have it set up, it's the student huddle. So we typically are always in charge of, like, we like every other week we'll give a devotional. We pray over everybody, but after the message or the devotional is brought at the huddle, then we section off, and each leader takes a table. And at the table, then the leader is given the opportunity to speak to the other peers that are there at the huddle, and, like, you just ask them about their week. Ask them, like, anything they like. Is there anything you'd like us to pray over? What do you think about the message that was brought? Has What, like, kind of implications do you think this will have to your life, or has it had, etc. Usually after the devotionals are brought, we get an opportunity to just connect with all the other peers that are there, and that's usually like our student leader to peer kind of moment.
Love it. I love it. So you talked a little bit about kind of having a speaker and doing small groups. So what does a typical huddle look like at Cedartown High School? If maybe there's some Cedartown students that's never been and they're wanting to check it out this year, what would a typical huddle look like?
So this coming year, our huddles are all going to happen on Friday morning. So school starts at, like, I think 8. And so all our meetings are going to start at just 7:30. Everybody try and get there at 7:30, and we usually kick it off with a game, right? So it just depends, whatever kind of game that we decide for the week. For instance, like, my favorite game that we've did a few times is, like, four corners. You just have one person in the middle, spins around blindfolded, and then everybody goes to a corner. And if you're in the corner that gets caught, you're out. You played that game before. It's real fun. But anyways, we always kick it off with something to
Yep.
get everybody warmed up, get them social, get them woken up, because it's a Friday morning at 7:30 in the morning. Nobody wants to be awake right now. But from there, we go into our morning announcements, and that's where we discuss any announcements in regards to FCA at all, whether it be like the field, for example, like the Fields of Faith thing coming up. We're going to be announcing that. We're going to be announcing our next meeting. We're going to be in just any kind of little things like that. And from there, we have our speaker come up, whether it be a guest speaker, like some kind of teacher, coach, pastor, youth pastor, anything like that, or whether it be one of the leaders, one of the student leaders. Because typically one week we have a student leader, and the next week we have a guest speaker, and it usually interchanges like that. They speak. I wouldn't say call it a moment of invitation, but, like, we usually have like just a moment of prayer, and then we break up into our mentor groups. Like I said, like, student leaders take charge of every group, and we discuss the message that was brought, and we pray over everybody together, and then we have one final prayer, and then that's it. We dismiss. Everybody scans like a little QR code just to kind of get a head count. But it's really awesome. It's
Love it.
not no there's no awkward moments of silence, like if anybody's scared about anything like that. No, it's a very, very fun, very friendly, very awesome experience.
Yeah, I love that. And I love that you guys kind of rotate with having different leaders from the community come. So it's kind of inviting people that other people might know outside of the school, but then also the leadership team speaking every other week. It's very impactful when you can look at your peers and know that they go through the same struggles that you're going through currently, and that they can speak life into you. And even if they know you and your flaws, that you still have the courage to stand up and profess Jesus and tell them, it's a great time for you guys to demonstrate and to disciple. So with that being said, mentorship is very important. So I want you to start thinking about maybe a mentor in your life. And if you want to say their name, that'd be great. But kind of what role has mentors played in your life, and maybe with your walk with Jesus, maybe that you've currently had, or that you currently have, or a mentor you might have had in the past?
Yeah, like you said, mentorship is incredibly important, and it can go very well or it can go very bad. Like, mentors can be anybody. Like, a mentor is just typically somebody you look up to, and you're, I would say, modeling yourself after, whether you mean to or whether you don't. You can make anybody a mentor, whether it be purposeful or not. Your friend can become a mentor, and I've had good mentors in my life, and I've had bad mentors in my life. I've had people that I look up to that have made me a much better man, and then the exact opposite. But right now in my life, I want to say I have a great mentor. I'll say his name. It's my youth pastor, Caleb Thomason, and he's not too old. I'm going to say he's in his mid-20s, but he's a great man. He's a police officer, and like I said, my youth pastor. And it's just, he's somebody that I can look at and I can notice what he's doing in his life. And that's an attribute of a Christian man. And that's something that I should be doing. And vice versa. Like, I can kind of tell, like, he can show me the wrong way. He showed me, like, he shows me what not to do, but he's always there for me. Like, Caleb's been a great friend. He's been there when I need him. But yeah, I'm really happy about Mr. Caleb. He's I want to say he's made me a better person in the last half a year I've known him.
I love it. So yeah, so you don't have to know someone for a really long time for them to impact your walk in your life. I love that. So like you said before, you've been with FCA since your 7th grade and been on the leadership team almost that whole time. Has there been an experience like that has surprised you, or that has overwhelmed you? Or I know you've had a couple of opportunities to speak. Like, has there been any surprises that God's shown you in and through FCA?
I just want to, like, just the thing that's probably surprised me the most is just how, everybody, we're going through the same things. Like, one of my friends, one of my fellow leaders gets up and gives a message, and they give like a little testimony, they speak about something that's been happening to them. I'm like, that's been happening to me too. It's just, we're all going through a version of the same thing. And that's what I love about FCA is just, y'all all going through the same things. Y'all are getting through this together. But I really love it because of that. But yeah, that's
Okay. Well, Grant, is there anything that we didn't discuss that maybe you want to share with someone? Something about Grant that we don't know, or something about this school year, or something that you're looking forward to?
I'm just really excited. Really excited this year for FCA. I want to get way more involved this year. I don't want to be sitting back this year. I really want to try and step in. I want to take an initiative this year. This is my final year, being on FCA, and I want to go out with a bang.
Well, you guys be looking out for the huddle at Cedartown High School. Grant will be there. He'll be helping lead the charge. And then on October 22nd, Grant's talked about it a few times. Fields of Faith will be at Cedartown High School this year. We have speakers coming. We'll have 2 student leader speakers. Coach Atha will be speaking, and so will Chris Bailey from CMB Construction. So you guys be on the lookout for that, and make sure that you tell Grant hello when you see him. But
Awesome.
Grant, man, I appreciate you. Thanks for taking the time to be here today. And, man, I hope you enjoy your Sunday afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you at Cedartown High School this year.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a great day.
You too. See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the FCA Polk podcast. Before you go, if you want to help us make disciples, please go to fcapolk.org. Check out all the information about the ministry. Grab your cleats and get in the game.